We are gushing just a little bit. Yes, we can say that. South African author, satirist and social activist Pieter Dirk brings his latest show, Sell by Date, to Pieter Toerien's Theatre on the Bay from Wednesday, 17 May until Saturday, the 10th of June. And of course, as you can expect with this show, from his other one-person performances, he brings with him a whole host of other characters as well. And it is so fantastic to have him on the couch with us this morning. Pieter Dirk, goeiemôre en baie welkom.
Ach, dankie. So very nice to see you again.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that we are gushing, because it has been a journey since we last saw you, a different studio, in fact, for us. So good to see you. So before we talk about what I'm sure is going to be an amazing show, how are you, sir? How are you doing after these crazy years?
It's an extraordinary thing, you know, when you suddenly reach an age and you suddenly think, oh, what happens now? After that 2 years of freeze frame, with the whole world, at least everybody was in the same boat. Nobody could stand outside and say, look what's happening to you. And I think everybody's got, I think COVID has a little wagging tail that keeps on going, and things are not 100%, but new ideas come. And you know, I'm now 77 and the audition is over. No, really, truly, the disease to please is cured. I think for the first time, I am really excited to just stand in front of an audience and say, so now what are we going to do about tomorrow? And it makes for some very interesting thought and process. So, Sell by Date is a funny title. People say,
have you reached yours?
Have you reached?
God, no.
Who knows? You know, every show, every performance is my first and last, because the audience is the different audience. And every audience has a new energy, sometimes fantastic, sometimes not so good, and you think, is it their fault? It's nobody's fault. It's just the way, load shedding. That's another thing, load shedding's become part of our lives, you know, and you suddenly realize, are we getting used to it? Well, hopefully we don't let them get away with it.
Yeah.
We now have a minister of electricity who will probably knock on your door and blow out your candles. But really, truly, for the first time, I am quite excited about where things are going to go, in spite of all the noise. Lots of noise. Television noise as well. Evita's got a great solution. She said, of course, I watch TV news, but I switch down the sound because I don't want to hear what they're saying. I want to see what they're wearing.
Of course. So Sell by Date. Give us a little bit of an inside scoop here. What can we expect? What is the show about? And of course, I love that we spoke about the title, Sell by Date. I mean, the question is, have we all reached it?
Well, the most frightening question is, has our democracy reached its sell-by date? That's very serious. You know, democratically elected governments have found democratically accepted ways to destroy democracy. It's happening all over the world. So now, if we believe in democracy, we must really protect it on a daily basis, because it's very fragile. Sell by date means you come off the shelf because you're not fresh enough to buy and eat and devour. Okay, fine. I think I am fresh enough to eat and devour.
Definitely, definitely.
But really, truly, it's probably a reality where my audience for this performance is probably going to be my age as well. And we've all come together since 1981, when for the first time I rolled on lipstick and eyelashes and became a person who is now still the most famous white woman in South Africa. So Sell by Date is, has she reached it now? Because people have now said to me, you can't do women, you're a man, you can't do women, it's unacceptable. I said, listen, what happened to acting? Hello? Acting, it's acting, performance. To be or not to be, that is the question. To be woke or not to be woke? That is the question. Most people aren't quite sure what that means. I don't know exactly what it means, but I know it can become an enemy if you are frightened of the questions that you have no answers for. Anyway, the bottom line is we've got to find things to laugh at. What can we laugh at? Nothing is funny. Politicians are funny.
The funniest.
You want to laugh at them. Do they really think that we don't know what they're doing? We know exactly what they're doing. They are amateurs. They're just stealing money. They're not stealing hearts and souls. And so we can survive that. And really, truly, I think the one lesson I learned through the lockdown, through those long hours, where every day was Tuesday. You woke up, just again Tuesday. The one thing you suddenly, for the first time, realized that there are people living next door. Who are they? Are they frightened? Are they healthy? Are they ill? Do they need a hug? You can't hug, but you can elbow. Ding, ding, ding. All that nonsense.
Do they need a bribe? Yeah?
A bribe or a bribe? Either or. No, but the point is, let us not forget the good things that we learned during those lockdown hours and days. Let us not forget, and let us make community the jewel in the crown of democracy. Let it all start there, because we trust each other there.
I think it's there already. I think we wouldn't have survived if it wasn't for this. I think you are absolutely spot on. What I want you to think about, because how do you tell the story through the characters? How do you develop those characters? I'm going to give you 2 minutes to think about that.
2 minutes?
Maybe 5 minutes. We'll see. We'll give you a little bit longer. And then I'm going to ask you if Tanya Vita is one of the 44. You can do a bit of research about that one. But Pieter Dirk Ace is here promoting Sell by Date, a brand new show that's on at the theatre on, or not the theatre, on the Square Theatre on the Bay, one of our absolute favourites here in Cape Town, and a rare opportunity to see the man back doing what he absolutely loves without the need for approval now, which makes us really, really happy. Pieter Dirk Ace is not going anywhere. Don't move a muscle.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Let's continue to glean some insights from one of our absolute favourites, undoubtedly probably our most celebrated South African author, satirist and social activist, and just a phenomenal actor, Pieter Dirk Ace, whose latest show, Sell by Date, can be viewed at Theatre on the Bay from the 17th of May up until the 10th of June. A nice long run, and we are here to sink our teeth into that. Likewise, the new characters, hopefully, that will come out, some of the old characters. Before we get into how you kind of build those characters to tell the story, what is the story right now? When I look into your eyes, and the fact that you said you no longer need approval, you've clearly been through a transformative phase, like most of us, over the last couple of years. What has shifted within you, and do you feel the need to still be an activist? Maybe even more so now. How does that part of your conscience and your heart and your mind feel in the world as it stands right now, certainly here in South Africa?
Shoo, there are about 14 questions in that. I think, first of all, the most important thing is to start your day looking in the mirror, mainly, yes, stand there without your clothes on and look in the mirror and laugh. Meaning that let us take ourselves very seriously so that we don't take ourselves too seriously. The thing I learned very strictly in the lockdown was the awareness that suddenly my career was over. I mean, in a day, it was the 22nd of March, I cancelled 252 performances in the year. And then you suddenly look in the mirror and you think, what now? What now? Well, first of all, stop panicking. Do things like clean cupboards, sort out costumes, which I did because I'm basically a stage manager anyway. And then grow a beard. I haven't had a beard for like 25 years because I can't do Evita with a beard. I can do Margaret Thatcher with a beard. And so really, truly, one focused on today. I mean, look, my year has always had 365 days. Now my year's got 2 days, today and tomorrow. Today is everything. Me being here with all of you here, I hear the heartbeats everywhere in this room. I hear the heartbeats of the people watching. I want to say to the people watching, you are so important because we are here to actually make you feel brave. And stand up and say, I'm also here. So being on stage with a very strange titled show, which actually to this day I can't quite explain to you because I must still get into it. I also recently had a knee replacement surgery. Not for sissies, let me tell you. For the first time, I was helpless. I've never been helpless. I also have huge respect for the people who do their jobs in hospitals. And also, they gave me green pills. It was fantastic. And these green pills. And in fact, the first day, I have no memory of what happened on that day. And the nurses said to me, ja, jy het gepraat van die witte besuidenhout. Ek sê, wat? Ja, sy was hier. I said, what? Ja, jy het wel gesien. And there was other characters. I said, no, these are the characters I do in shows. No, but they were all coming to visit you.
They are real.
What? And I suddenly thought, so they were also in the hospital, so they are in the show. What were my ladies doing in the hospital while I was there. They're all at a certain age. I mean, Hasivita had a facelift. You know, Bambi Kellerman has had her breasts made smaller because she can't do the toy because she knocks herself out with her boobs. Lots of fun, but also lots of reality of getting older, but also getting older with such style. I mean, I look at somebody like Sophia Loren, who's 88, and style and quality and love and family and all the things that we read about and don't realize that we can also do those things. So to answer maybe one question out of the 20 you asked me.
You've nailed them all.
You know, I sit here with excitement and we'll see where we can go.
And look, oh man, it's so lovely just to see you and how you know, your view and where you are in your life at the moment. And, you know, we always look at Pieter Dirk Uys, he always seems content, you know, but now I feel that from you, which is great. And I think it's going to translate on stage as well with all the other characters as well. Now, for the people that's going to come and watch Sell by Date, please go and watch it because this man is simply just incredible. I don't think I need to tell you that. What would you like the audience, what do you think they'll be able to take away, not only from you, but from all the different characters as well? Particularly, I think, where you are right now in your life.
Well, I think the most important thing to leave a theatre with is the fact that I look forward to tomorrow. With my family, I look forward to tomorrow. I'm not going to be angry tomorrow because that doesn't travel. You know, I'm not angry on stage. I have a balance. 49% anger, 51% entertainment. Not the other way around. Because shouting doesn't work anymore. And really, truly, just celebrate the fact that we have survived a horrible time in the world. Clever people have waited for us to be exhausted. We are terribly tired. The whole world is. And somebody said, maybe it's time to invade Ukraine. And they did. Maybe it's time to actually frighten people with another state of disaster. And they do. Enough of that. Politicians work for us. We do not work for them. So let us get that balance and find out. As Evita says, you know, everybody says, yes, you know, we are innocent until proved guilty. I think politicians are guilty until proved innocent. So let's see where we go with that.
Sure.
There is nowhere left to hide. I think Tanya Vita, I'm hoping we're going to get a chance to connect with her this morning, but knowing Tanya Vita, it's up to her. She might come, she might not. But one thing you can do as a certainty is go and see and revel in this, in Sell by Date. It's on at the Theatre on the Bay from Wednesday, the 17th of May up until the 10th of June. A nice long run. Let's see that entire run sell out. Pieter Dirk Uys, we love you.
Thank you.
Thank you.